What is going on? It is me again for a Man United review. Man United at Old Trafford v Newcastle United. Where do I even begin? Half an hour down, 2-0 down. Like, I'm basically it's going to be a little bit different because normally I just absolutely slate Man United, but I do want to give props to Newcastle because they are on absolute fire. The form that they're showing at the moment, with who I'm going to talk about at the moment, is basically going to explain why I've got this at the bottom. So, one of the main things today was, I said, for those of you who know who I am, I do live in Newcastle. So, I work with every Newcastle fan you can think of. So, when I go back to work, it's going to be amazingly fun. But, what I basically said to them today is, we stop Alexander Isak today, and we have a chance of winning. And in, what minute was it? What minute was it? It was ridiculously early that Man United conceded to an Alexander Isak goal, which is just complete nonsensical. It was in 4 minutes. 4 minutes we conceded to Alexander Isak when we're trying to keep him quiet. It is beyond a joke. The defending's terrible. There's no passion. There's no nothing to get ahead of him. He's literally stood in the 6-yard box on his own. He jumps. Nobody else does. He jumps and nobody else does. That's why he gets to it. He's even jumped too high. He hangs in the air. 5 minutes to wait for the ball to come to him. Fair enough, it takes deflection. No excuse for Martinez leaving him. Maguire should have an eye on him behind him anyway. There's 3 at the back against 1 striker. I know the wingers take up roles outside, so it splits them a little bit. But come on, man! It's 4 minutes at home. You've just lost against Bournemouth. Got battered against Bournemouth. We didn't touch the ball for the first 40 minutes. It's literally like it's watching. We're in a relegation battle. We are literally in a relegation battle. Amorim's comments after saying we need to fight. We are getting dragged into a relegation battle. We're Man United, for fuck's sake. Why are we in a relegation battle? One of the main reasons that I'm going to talk about now is the 4 on the bottom of the screen, and it's not the one in black and white. The one in black and white should be a target for Man United. But why the fuck would he come to Man United when he's literally just showed that he's 5-6 levels above every single player on that field? Even bringing in Agate and Bruno Fernandes, it wouldn't make a great deal of fucking difference. It's so pathetic and woeful at times where people aren't tracking the man back. They're watching people go past. They're arguing with each other because you should have picked him up. You should have picked him up. Get a fucking grip. Take a bit of responsibility. And mark a man that you're fucking supposed to. Get the ball and have a go at your fucking fullback. At your centre half. Garnacho came on and I thought, here we go. He's got something to prove. Thank God he's come on. He falls over the ball 4 or 5 times. He only has a 6. Like, everybody who watches me, who watches any of my stuff, who I'll get onto in a minute, I absolutely love Alejandro Garnacho. Absolutely love Garnacho. I've very, very, very rarely, if any, said any insults or any bad press about Garnacho. But he needs to sort his shit out. He needs to sort his attitude out. He's got all the passion in the world. But when you think you're a lot better than you are, it's becoming quite worrying how bad our front 3 are. How front 5, really. Because the 2 10s, there's only Diallo that can hold his head up this season and actually show a bit of pride. Because the rest have been fucking awful. Pardon my French. Going from Garnacho onto Joshua Zirkzee. I don't condone in any way, shape or form Man United players getting booed. I've never booed a player in my life when I've been to the games. I'll never boo a player. I was happy that he came off, I've got to admit, because he is absolutely terrible. Like, awful. And I hate slandering young players, basically, because you need to give them a little bit of a chance. But what I've seen from him, he is a billion, not even a million, a billion times off the pace of the Premier League. I don't know if it's just the Premier League that he's struggling with, or whether it's the formation, or it's the position. He came and said he was a 9.5. He didn't even say he was a forward or a 10. He said he was a 9.5. Even he doesn't know his position. How on earth is Amorim supposed to fit him in a squad or a team or a first 11 when he doesn't know himself where he should be playing. Amorim's, I've just been saying to me the half, Ruud van Nistelrooy got a tune out of this team. And when you're looking at Ruud van Nistelrooy's team, I know he had them for 3 games or whatever it was, but they were fucking hard games, man. And we came out smelling the roses. And at the moment, Amorim's saying, "Oh, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be tough." Ruud didn't struggle for 3 games. We haven't even had a new manager bounce with Amorim. Like, Joshua Zirkzee came off and he got booed, which, like I say, I don't condone at all. It shouldn't happen, especially not at home. Like, away fans boo all the time. That's fine. But he was awful. I think he had 8 passes and 6 of them were misplaced. How? If you're having that bad of a game, keep it simple, keep it basic, keep possession, rotate possession, work your fucking bollocks off to not look like an absolute dick in front of the home fans. At least then, if you get brought off, the fans go, "You know what, he had a bad game, fair enough, he ran his bollocks off, he worked hard, he won the ball back, he tried." Which is shocking considering he's on 200 grand a week that I'm saying he's tried, well done. But at least he put a bit of graft in, fair enough, well done. Didn't work for you today, mate. Get yourself off, maybe next game, which is Liverpool, and I feel like crying myself to sleep tonight. Literally, I can't, I don't even know if I can watch it. Anyway. Now goes on to Marcus Rashford. I know he didn't play today, Marcus Rashford. However, he was there. He was on the bench. He was in the squad. Why isn't he playing? Is it him? Is it Amorim? Is it both? Is it another Jadon Sancho or Ten Hag? Is it a stalemate? He's gone, isn't he? I think he's personally gone. But you're not... I had the conversation with my dad during the game and after. You're bringing on Antony, who was the worst football player I've ever seen play for Man United. He is the worst football player in the Premier League. By a million miles. And I sent a voice note to my dad and my brother that I'm not even going to repeat what I said about him. And I've always said, don't hate on your own players. Get behind them as long as we're in a Man United shirt. I was behind him in the first season. Give him a chance. He's awful, Antony. And you're bringing on Antony ahead of Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, I don't even think he wants to prove himself anymore. He side-eyed Antony when he was getting ready to come on. He was sat with his hood up like this, going like this, side-eyeing, going, "How is this guy getting on ahead of me?" But that is testament to Amorim because he's basically punishing Rashford for being a little baby. Sort your shit out. You're one of the best players at the club. You're homegrown. You're a Manchester United fan. You're on 300k a week. How do you not want to play for Man United? You should be absolutely gleaming ear to ear, week by week, wanting to play for your own club that you support. You've been there since you were 7-year-old. All your life you've been a Manchester United player, and you can't be asked to get yourself home from Belfast on a night out, from New York watching an NBA game, to go to training and put a shift in for your fucking team. Everyone's getting rinsed 60, 70 quid to go and watch fucking Man United play, and he can't be asked to get off his fucking fat ass and get onto the pitch. It's fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I absolutely love Marcus Rashford with everything. He's literally him, Bruno, Manu, are probably my 3 favourite players for Man United. So it's not me just going Marcus Rashford bashing. Like, it's not. I absolutely love Marcus Rashford. But come on, man. Like, it's so pathetic. Like, I know he's got to be given a chance to get on, to make himself go like, "Oh yeah, this is what's happening." But he's coming out in the paper. He's done the interview. I think he's got. I don't think in January. I think we'll keep him. I don't think in January. But now that I'm probably going to say this, everyone's going to be like, "Yeah, right." I pointed Alexander Isak out before he even went to Newcastle. He's fucking good. He is I'm not saying he's quite there yet before anyone says, but he is a Thierry Henry, pace, power, skillful, clinical, prolific striker that Man United should be looking for. He's not that old at all. He's not that old. He's still got, 6-7 years? Why aren't Man United looking at a player like Alexander Isak now and saying, let's just break the bank and go for him. I know you would like. Obviously, it's a bad example now because we're awful, and he would never switch Newcastle for us. But it's to the point now where City, Arsenal, Liverpool should all be looking at Alexander Isak, because I put him as the mainstead on this video because compare him to the 4 players we've just went through. I haven't beaten Rasmus Højlund yet, but I will in a second. Compare him, to those 3 players, and he is a country mile ahead of all 3 of them put together. Garnacho, inconsistent, attitude, thinks he's better than he is. Joshua Zirkzee, just shit. Rashford, attitude, terrible. Needs to get his head out the fucking gutter. Go to Rasmus Højlund. As everybody knows, I am a massive advocate for Rasmus Højlund. Pretty much every Man United player, to be honest with you, apart from Manutd and Zirkzee, to be perfectly honest. But Højlund's one of those that you've got to keep patient with, because he showed, especially in the Champions League, he can score goals, he's quick, he's strong, he's prolific. But stop fighting with the centre-half and concentrate on where the frigging ball is. Stop. The ball comes to him, he's not going to the ball, he's not looking. He's looking, he's grabbing the defender behind him, and he's wrestling him, and he's not that strong. So the defender's just going, bang, get up. Dan Burn literally blew on him, and he fucking fell over about 4 or 5 times. He's 6'2", 6'3". Use your frame, use your body, use your power. Shot him off the ball and get the ball. Hold it and bring the 2 10s into play. Our 2 10s are our best players, Bruno and Ahmad. Get them on the ball. Get them on the ball and try and cause problems. Because at the moment, it's going up to Højlund and they're just coming straight back at us because he's fallen over or he's not winning his duels. He needs to... We need to spend in January, and looking at Jim Radcliffe sacking people left, right and centre, the kitchen staff and the admin team and the fucking ball boys and everyone, he's just sacking everyone and putting the price up for everything. I can't really see us doing a great deal in January, which we need. We 100% need it. We need a revamp. The only players... I'll probably do a separate video on who I'd keep and who I'd sell, but it's not fucking many, I can tell you that. It's not many at all. So what I'm going to do is leave with these comments. Garnacho, sort your attitude out. Zirkzee, leave in January. Rashford, leave in January. Højlund, stop battling. Or keep battling, but concentrate on the ball. Go to the ball instead of backing in, and they're just sweeping in behind you. Or in front of you, rather. So, that's my comments to them. Next, Jim Radcliffe going by Alexander Isak, because he is absolutely world class. He is world class. He's on the form of his life, and he's unbelievable. And Newcastle, if they keep a hold of him, Tonali, Joelinton, and Bruno Guimaraes, or whatever you call him, I would trade that midfield for our midfield like that. Seriously, and that's our midfield with Bruno and Manutd in as well. Like, I can't believe how Newcastle have got... I was looking at the starting 11s. Strikers, the forwards are better than ours. Midfielders are better than ours. Defence is better than ours. Dubravka is one of the worst goalkeepers in the league, and even their goalkeeper's better than ours. And I'm not gonna bash on Nana because I spent every video calling on Nana. I can't be bothered with him anymore. I've washed my hands with him. But what we need to do is we need to massively spend in January, and we need to book our ideas up. We've got Liverpool next. And the review, will be out after the Liverpool game for that one as well. Jesus Christ. Let's just hope Salah gets lost on the way to the ground. Because, that's without Jota and Nunez and, oh no. Oh no. I still have faith in Amorim. I still have faith. That's never going to change. As long as the United manager still is in that dugout, I have faith. I'm never going to say sack a manager ever. I'm never going to say that. But the players have to back him. And at the moment, they look lost. Martinez has fallen off a cliff. Maguire hasn't really been good enough anyway. I do like Matthias de Ligt. Mazraoui has hit a wall. Dalot was awful today. Kobe Manu came on and changed the game, as Manu does Manu things. But, it's got to be better, man. It's got to be better. We missed Ugarte in there today for a bit of bite, a bit of niggle, a bit of put your foot in, send people up a high type vibe. But once he's on a yellow card, he can't do that anymore. Casemiro had a nightmare, and it's just depressing me. Right, I'm calling it a day because I want to jump off a tall building. So bring on Liverpool. I think. Oh God. Right, in a bit. Like, comment, subscribe on the video. Much appreciated. I'll see you in a bit.